All right, my friends, I want to do an absolute beginner improvisational video. Even if you've been playing for a little while, but you're starting to pick up the pentatonic, you want to get into improvisation, this is going to be the video for you, okay? Maybe you've been in it for a couple weeks, couple months, and you're not getting anywhere with it, and you want to know why your solos sound not really that great, okay? We're gonna go right for it. Let's just assume we have our pentatonic. We're using our pentatonic. Great, our minor pentatonic, right? I'm in A minor. Fantastic. Now, what isn't going to work is more notes to save you, all right? If you're already playing something and you start adding more notes, not really saving it all, right? We're getting just off into no man's land. There's no point in the solo, right? It really doesn't have any direction. So let's figure this out, okay? The things I want you to focus on, right, is just one note at first, all right? One pitch, one fret, one string. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix up long notes, short notes, and I'm also gonna mix up strong beats and weak beats. So my strong beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. For now, my weak beats are just gonna be the eighth notes in between. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now, if I play just the strong beats, 1, 2, 3, 4. Really boring really quickly. But same if I play just the weak beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing. It becomes a little too predictable. Change it up by mixing those and mixing the length of the notes. So now, this is what I want you to do. I just want you to take one note, right? I have students clap this out as well, all right? But I think we may be beyond just clapping and we can actually play one note. Doesn't matter what note it is, I'm just gonna do the 5th fret, my bottom string, okay? I want you to play an interesting rhythm. How do I know it's interesting? It's strong beats and weak beats, okay? A mix of the two, long notes and short notes, okay? So if I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That works, right? Already we're starting to get somewhere. So what would that be? 1 and 2 and 3 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and, okay? So there's a lot of ands in there. And of 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and. But I have that 3, that strong beat on beat 3 that sort of breaks it up. And then 1 and 2 and 3, right, for the next round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and. All right, that is way more interesting than going nowhere, right? This has some direction. We have some phrasing here, all right? So now, if I can do that, and I can repeat that directly, and I do recommend 2 measures. So we have 1 measure, second measure, 4, 1, second measure. They're almost the same thing. Right? I just don't have the end of 3. I just ended on the 3, beat 3, and just held that note out. Great. Now I can start adding some other notes in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter where I go. But because I'm doing this direct rhythmic repetition, all right, that I was able to do with 1 note, start mixing in the notes, all right, and it's gonna sound cohesive, like a cohesive idea. This does not. Nope, doesn't. Just sounds like a rambling of notes, okay? So what I want you to do is, I wanted to keep this video short. What I want you to do is try a bunch of those, okay? See if you can put a backing track or a metronome on. 1, 2, 3, 4. repeat it with just one note, and then start adding notes in, staying on just 2 strings. Then maybe your middle 2 strings, right? G and D, and then maybe your top 2 strings, your A and E, all right? Just do that and build up this very small basic vocabulary to then be able to get a bit more of an expansive vocabulary when you're playing. One thing that is lost, okay, when we're doing this is the perfect place to start. I promise you, it's the perfect place to start. If you hear somebody there are just tons of mini phrases in that little solo that I just played. It's not just no, that's just a rambling of notes, okay? So get used to building, right? Just like learning another language, okay? We're starting very small, then maybe, okay? Build from there, all right? Then we start adding more words, more sentences, more descriptions, and come up with our own story once we learn these little basic phrases. I want you to try that, all right? Focus on the rhythm. How interesting can you make that rhythm, okay? That is going to be the sort of step 1. Once you know your pentatonic, right? Right now I'm just using my A minor pentatonic. You can put on whatever backing track you want or just a metronome, okay? And get really used to repeating a 2-measure phrase over and over. And then once you get that rhythm down with just 1 note, add a couple of notes in, right? See if you want to go higher, you know? See if you want to go lower. See if you want to stay the same, right? Okay? You don't always have to be going to the next note, right? All right, even in a solo, right? There's a ton of the same note, okay? That rhythm made it a little bit more interesting, even though I'm on 1 note, okay? So I guess I'll start there. And then we'll move on to a part 2. Comment below if, number 1, this is something that you can do just like that, cool. Or if it's something that you're working on and you feel like you're starting to get better at it, okay? Thank you, guys.